We worked in nutrition centers, feeding kids and playing with the kids. We also went to orphanages and churches and schools. We did service projects, helping them paint their rooms or clean up the garbage around, and we would play volleyball matches in the night and then share our testimonies after.
It was crazy. It was a great experience, and we saw lots of opportunities to share God and share our sport. And the impact on us when we came back was we have a totally new perspective on Western wealth and going from extreme poverty to how we live. It's like hard to justify. Lots of thinking to do, but the impact on us was like a really spiritual one, and it really deepened our understanding of the world and of God and of each other. Because these people have so little, they have like nothing, and they're so grateful and they rely on God so much. It's crazy. It's really inspiring, and all the women that we met that ran these nutrition centers were, they were so amazing. Like they just ran on God's love and on God's trust, and yeah, it was crazy. It's like nothing, no one I've ever experienced in Canada. So
different girls experienced different emotions, different struggles as they saw different things or experienced different things or even shared part of their own story. And so that shared experience that girls have an opportunity to actually be there for each other when they come back here and draw upon some of those experiences to just continue to grow deeper and to be more kind of vulnerable with each other.
Paraguay was one experience after another. I would say an experience that really stood out was the opportunity where we had to go to an orphanage and see a husband and wife who had started by taking in 10 kids and seeing that grown to 20, 30, 40, realizing that they needed another house, so they bought another place, and then they grew to 50, 60. So you got 40 in one place, 20 in the other, and it's just how they've just poured their lives into these kids, and to see a family of 60 kids who do not have very much, and to walk through home and see each of these kids not have very much. I was expecting to see toys in this room or toys in that room. They had nothing. They had nothing when it came to their bedrooms except a few stuffed animals, and they were 3, 4 people sharing a bed, and to know that we could stay and help them out, but also to realize my own heart. My own heart was it would make them more happy if I brought them stuff, but which was untrue, and I had to check my own heart in regards to that, because material possessions don't make you any more happy. And so just to see the kids' joy when we were there, to see what we were able to bring them and leave that behind, to see the impact we could make on working at their place was really a unique and fun part of the time.
One day we went to Genesis Church, which is a church/school/nutrition center, and there was a girl who went to the church who was 6 years old. Her name was Melissa, and she contracted dengue fever, which there's like no immunization for, there's no medication for, and typically if you get it, you don't live and you don't survive. So she was in the hospital, and the people who went to this church on the first day from our team, they said like her family was there and they were already in mourning as if she had already died, like there was pretty much no hope. And my team went 2 days later, and Melissa had gotten better. So we just had a huge celebration for Melissa's life, and it was amazing. We just danced with the kids for an hour and a half at least, and everyone was so joyful and like praying non-stop, and it was amazing. That was my favorite day for sure.
One day we went to the poorest of the poor. They were like the legit slums, and we got there and we toured through the Parliament buildings, which were just above. And then you walk down one street, and there you have garbage everywhere. People are living out of cardboard, out of garbage. Like dogs are eating the garbage, and the kids are playing in the garbage. We walked down the streets, and people were glaring at us. They didn't want us to be there because we were white and we were rich, and they didn't like us. And then we walked all the way back up, and it was to the Parliament buildings, and then essentially it was like Vancouver, except for on a grander scale. So we had the East Hastings Street with all the homeless people, and then you walk to Robson and there you are shopping. It was essentially like that, and it just broke me and it broke everyone I was with. Like, how could people be doing this? And then it really got to me because we do this here in Canada, so how can I be judging this government for what they do when essentially we do the exact same thing here in Canada?
We all shared our testimonials on this trip, so we all got to know each other on a really deep level and just know each other's stories, because everyone has a story, right? So it just helps us understand one another and yeah, how to react to one another and yeah, how we've lived our lives.
I think it'll be really good because everyone shared their testimony, and we had to be pretty vulnerable sharing, and everyone just poured out what was on their heart and what's going on in their lives. So being vulnerable with the team will really create unity, and just relying on each other to trust each other with that information that's so dear to their heart. So I think it'll help on and off the court bring us closer together.
With the things that we do, teams can get brought together, but this is something unique. It goes deeper, and you're able to see truly the hearts of the people that you're around. And that's what I got to see in my teammates, and hopefully they got to see that in me. And so you just, the trip is more enriching. You're able to just experience a deeper level.